Fred in a game like that had such drastic swings back and forth? I guess what's your immediate takeaway from that?
Yeah, I mean, the message to our guys was we lost that game in the first 3 minutes. You know, you dig yourself whatever it was, 14-1. Call the timeout, and we're down double digits before the first media, and it's hard to climb out of a hole against a team like that that's got that type of experience, that type of leadership. Those guys have been playing together for a long time, and it takes so much energy to dig out of it. That being said, we certainly showed what we're capable of doing when we play the right way. That first half we completely got away from who we were and didn't have much movement. We tried to go one-on-one, which to me is trying to get it all back at once. And then the second half, we got back to running our offense, and we were very efficient and changed some things up defensively, and I thought did a much better job with our hands and had good activity level. But the bottom line, when I look at the box score, you give them 21 offensive rebounds and you turn the ball over 14 times. And that's the game. You say all you want about the start, but you find a way to climb back in it. It's a long game, as we continue to remind our players. But when you give a team that many extra bullets, it's hard to come out on top. Now, that being said, we had a chance at the end, and I thought we executed our late game package very well. To pull back into it after going back down double digits, but unfortunately just didn't have enough.
What do you think sparked the comeback, especially I guess just in the last 4 minutes?
Well, I thought we started playing with a confidence and a swagger again. That's what has gotten us to whatever we were before this game, 21-2, is we had played connected, we played together, and I thought when things were going tough in the first half, we just completely got away from that. And again, I give our guys credit. They found a way to dig in and battle back. And the execution was on point, but you got to do it for 40 minutes. In this league, if you want to win and win consistently, it can't be a 20-minute game. You got to play for 40 minutes.
With those offensive rebounds, why was Clough giving you guys so much trouble?
Well, he's huge for one, and I'll go back and obviously watch the tape on it, but you got to make first contact against guys when you're giving up size like that. And we played against bigger opponents, and we haven't had anything close to this happen to us this year. So, again, it's going to be a good learning opportunity for our team, get a good film session on Thursday when we get back in the gym, but we're going to prepare like we have all year. We're not going to jump off the map, but we're going to learn from this one like we have after every game that we played this year, and we need to have 2 great days of preparation heading into Saturday.
How frustrating is it when you play good defense and then 21 times they get another opportunity with offensive rebounds?
Very frustrating. Beat myself up for allowing them to get so many. Like, me as a big man, that's my responsibility to not let them get those. So, props to those big guys for going to get them. But yeah, I know I gotta be better and more physical to not allow it.
What do you have to do against a guy just with the sheer size of Clough, both height and just the depth that he has?
Hit him first. He got position on me, and it's very hard to move him. Like, he's so big that once he's got position on you, then it's very hard to do anything. So that you got to hit him first and drive him out before he can get set. And he got position on me. Yeah.
Anything else? Say physicality in the first half. That's pretty down, right? Was there a message that changed that? Burke made a couple.
I thought Burke made a couple plays out there for us, getting a couple steals. That to me, I think, kind of flipped it. Is when BK made those couple hustle plays. And like I said, I thought our execution was really good, but it starts when you make plays like that. Kale was the one at Rutgers that thought that flipped it when he went in there and had a couple deflections, and that got us going on the other end. So we were talking and pleading, somebody go make a play, and I thought BK made a couple good ones for us.
Did Marcus slip on moisture, or?
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, and obviously that's terribly unfortunate, but it happened, and nothing we can do about it.
Right, what did you have drawn up on that play? What did you want to do?
I'm sorry, say that again, Kevin.
What do you have drawn up on that play? What did you want to do?
Well, we threw it to Jamarcus, and we was going to get downhill. We had 4.1 seconds, which means 4 dribbles. We work on that stuff, obviously, a lot in our late game. And, you know, Jamarcus driving down, he had it going. Jamarcus hit a couple shots for us, made a couple really good plays in overtime, so we put the ball in his hands and trusted him to make the right play.
Going forward, game on Saturday, what's the bigger emphasis? Just the focusing on the comeback, or like all that went wrong?
Everything, Robin. I mean, that's what you do after these games. That's what we do after wins. Is, you know, you build on the things that you did well, and you work on the things that you struggled with in that particular game. Tonight, obviously, it's turnovers. It's offensive rebounds. You know what? 21 offensive rebounds, 14 turnovers. I'm not great at math, but I think that's 35 extra opportunities for that team, and that's too many. I mean, obviously, this is a team that was projected to win the league. You know, again, we showed what we're capable of, but you got to play a complete 40-minute game.
Rienk, how are your legs feeling as it relates to your outside shot, especially?
Say that one more time,
How are
sorry.
your legs feeling, especially as it relates to your outside shooting?
Good. Yeah, legs were good today. Yeah, as simple as that. Legs were good today.
Rienk, with the turnovers, was it their hand activity that was, you know, most troublesome, or where do you kind of pinpoint some of those coming from?
Yeah, they had really good hand activity. I think we drove it in there and got out of control a couple times. They pressured us, and I think we handled it. Not always the best at certain times, but yeah, just their hand activity was really good.
One last thing, if I could just say this, you know, this game means a lot for me and my, you know, I was going to say this whether we won or lost, just so you know, this was the American Heart Association game, you know, with my past with 2 open heart surgeries. I just want to make sure everybody understands, get checked, okay, very important. I was lucky when I was 32 when I found out I had a ticking time bomb in my chest, so please, everyone, get checked. But this game meant a lot to me for that. And again, Amy, I was going to say that whether we won or lost tonight, okay? Thank you.